Welcome, Jordan's in Motion. We are going to defrost a freezer really fast here. So these are the flexible cutting boards that most people have talked about putting in the back of your freezer after you've cleaned it all down. You get it to where the next time around this is going to pop right out. Easy to go. So I just pull these forward. There you go. A little bit. A lot of this ice on the back will actually stick to it. You just pull it off in chunks. It's a lot easier than shaving and having to use the ice scraper. I do not turn my freezer off. This is a quick process and it shouldn't take us any more than about 10 minutes. This is good for your efficiency. I have used little pieces of tape right here to hold the top pieces up on the back of the freezer. We're just going to take this out. It's in big chunks, so it's really easy. It's better than taking the ice scraper, although at the bottom I will use that. There you go. You got that's done. Just going to use ice scraper. Again, this freezer is not off. Just get my little ice scraper. Scrape the rails. And again, we're just going to do a pop. See how flexible these are? They're right up against the wall. There's nothing behind it. It's the freezer wall. So this here is the ice is on this side. Pops off. There you go. Push that back, holds those back in place. Now I'm going to use this plate and I just load it up. We start, occasionally that happens. So. Throw it in the sink. These two pieces on the bottom are loose. That makes it a little bit easier in a moment. I'll show you why. All of my stuff is out of the freezer. It is a great time to take inventory and kind of make a meal plan from what is in the freezer, so you make sure you rotate your foods. We also are getting ready to travel this summer to Canada and Alaska, and there are food restrictions on some things, and they change all the time for Canada going into British Columbia, so I want to make sure that we don't have any issues if any questions are asked at the border. So, there's my base. Push on the rest of this at the bottom. Just going to make sure I kind of scoop it onto this. I can slide it out, hopefully without too much sliding off. I do have a dry erase board on the outside of the freezer reminding me of what is in there and also what's cooked, as I tend to cook things when I bring it home from the stores and hamburgers, so that I just have easy food prep, especially boondocking. Make sure I have a clean line back there. Push my little flexible cutting boards back in. You can see tape up there. If you can see the reflection, there's a little bit there just to hold those in place until the shelving pinches it enough against the wall. Depending on where we are, the condensation and the humidity levels, it makes a difference how often you have to do this. This was done about on this, maybe 6 weeks ago. Was the last time I did this. Put your mats back in, cutting boards or flexible cutting boards. Make sure all your little places are covered. That looks good. You can even trim those. Some people do. I don't worry about it because there's not enough ice build up. I don't let it go there. So we're good for a while longer. And now I'll just make a note of everything I put back in the freezer in order so that I know what I have on my menus. And that's how we use those flexible cutting boards and how efficient they are for a 5-minute freezer clean out. Thank you for joining us. Jordan's in motion.